Giancarlo Stanton's production saw quite a dip in 2022, but these projections are, and rightfully so, ignoring that as anything of significance. Injuries took their toll on his overall numbers, and that itself remains a concern, but Stanton is still an elite hitter when healthy. 32 homers and a 132 WRC plus is what FanGraphs has now 33-year-old posting in what will be his 6th season as a Yankee. After the performances he put up this past October, Gerrit Cole is primed for what could be his best season in New York yet. With most, if not all, Yankee fans finally on his side again, Cole will be entering year number 4 in pinstripes, and FanGraphs has him going 14-9 over 32 starts with a 3.19 ERA. Re-signed on another 2-year deal, Anthony Rizzo is back in New York on what was a no-brainer for both sides. Through a season and a half, the 33-year-old has been a perfect fit in pinstripes, becoming probably the most beloved player on the team next to Aaron Judge. FanGraphs has that success continuing in 2023, with Rizzo posting a 126 WRC plus with 27 homers and a 2.4 WAR as the Yankee first baseman. Adding Carlos Rodon gives the Yankees arguably the best rotation in all of baseball. Signed for $162 million over 6 years, FanGraphs has the 30-year-old going 13-9 with a 3.14 ERA and a 4.5 WAR as the team's number 2 starter. Numbers very similar to the projection of Gerrit Cole, which is obviously a good thing. After what was an overall solid season for Gleyber Torres in 2022, FanGraphs projects the now 26-year-old to post his best numbers since 2019. 23 home runs and a 120 WRC plus, along with a stellar defense at second base he's recently developed. I love this projection and would be more than satisfied with this season from Gleyber. For the record, I firmly believe Luis Severino will have a Cy Young caliber season in 2023, in the same class as both Cole and Rodon as the Yankees' number 4 starter. He's now almost 3 years removed from Tommy John surgery. He showcased what I consider to be his best stuff ever after returning from the IL in September. Biggest of all, Luis Severino will be a free agent come season's end. FanGraphs, however, does not agree with my optimistic outlook, but they do have the 28-year-old posting a solid season, pitching to a 3.56 ERA over 26 starts to go with a 10-8 record. Harrison Bader was one of the few bright spots offensively last October, but FanGraphs projections do not seem to be buying in just yet, as they have him batting .248 with a 104 WRC plus, 16 home runs, and 18 stolen bases. I personally see a WRC plus closer to a 110 to 115 range, but even if this is all Bader does with the bat, the defense he provides in center will more than make up for it, as you can see in the projected 3.1 WAR. As for Nestor Cortes, FanGraphs sees the lefty regressing quite notably this year, pitching to an ERA just below 4 at 3.93, much higher than the 2.44 he posted in 2022. I'm obviously no expert on this stuff, but I imagine this has something to do with the relatively low sample size of innings, even though he has been one of the better starters in the American League for 2 years now. Many forget that before injuring his toe in August, LeMahieu was having a pretty fantastic season offensively. His overall numbers plummeted afterwards, and these projections do unfortunately account for that, but they still have DJ posting a solid season with an OBP over 350 and a 119 WRC plus. The fact that Frankie Montas is the Yankees' 5th starter is still unbelievable to me. It's hilarious that the biggest question mark this staff has is whether or not a 29-year-old who just 2 years ago finished 6th in Cy Young voting, our biggest question mark is whether or not this dude will be good. And FanGraphs says yes, projecting the right-hander to put up a 3.78 ERA over 28 starts as the Yankees' number 5. As things currently stand in early January when I record this, Josh Donaldson remains a New York Yankee. FanGraphs has him playing 102 games, dear God, this year in his age 37 season, hitting 15 home runs while posting a WRC plus above league average at 106, 9 points higher than the pitiful 97 he put up last year in 2022. Same with Aaron Hicks, who FanGraphs has at just slightly above average offensively while hitting 10 home runs in 87 games. Hopefully, Aaron Hicks does not play 87 games. Locked up in New York for 9 years and coming off arguably the most impressive season in baseball history, Aaron Judge's career is now on track to potentially be Hall of Fame worthy. The common benchmark to be considered a lock is a career WAR of 70. Judge, who's coming off an 11 WAR campaign, would need to average just 3.7 WAR over the next 9 seasons to reach that mark. And FanGraphs has the soon-to-be 31-year-old putting up quite an encore season in 2023, hitting 48 home runs with a 176 WRC plus with a WAR over 7. As for the baby bombers, just in case you guys are curious, I will read their stats, but just a reminder, don't put too much stock into these, as there's obviously little to no MLB sample size for these guys to go off of, but I'll read you them anyways. Anthony Volpe, they got him playing 71 games, batting .240 with 10 homers and a 111 WRC plus. Oswald Peraza, 66 games, .249 batting average, 9 home runs, 104 WRC plus, and Oswaldo Cabrera, 89 games with a .237 batting average, 14 home runs, and a 105 WRC plus. That'll do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Please be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Still trying to get to 100K. Hopefully we'll be there by opening day. appreciate you guys so much. Pat and I will be back with another episode of the Yank Sav Show on Tuesday. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. Let's go, Yankees.